Hello, Facebook. Hello, hello. Marcus here. Waiting for the notification to go out here that I'm live. Calling all craft beer fans. All craft beer fans. All right, sound check is done. Calling all craft beer fans. Got something exciting to talk about right now. Something super exciting to talk about. That I'm really excited for this event coming up that we have going on, and gonna wait for a few more people to log in here and announce these amazing rare craft beers that I'm talking about. We love beer here at the restaurant, love wine, love everything behind the bar, and we pride ourselves in buying small independent brands, independently owned, hard to find things. So beer is no exception to that thought process here at the restaurant. We at one point we had over 200 beers. Since COVID hit, I've narrowed the beers down just because it's a lot of inventory to stock. And if we weren't open, which we didn't know when COVID first hit, we didn't know if we'd be open or not. I wasn't going to keep re-upping inventory. I wanted to get rid of inventory. So our beer list is really concise right now. Courtney, do we have a copy of the beer list here? Is there one in the office here? The beer list, like our beer list, you look at our beer list, like it's super, super fascinating and interesting. If I was going to a restaurant and I saw this beer list, I'd be like, where in the world do I start? Oh, awesome. I'd be like, where in the world do I start with this beer list? A lot of, the craft beer wave has really hit, and a lot of breweries are making some really good beer, but a lot of this good beer is very readily available. It's not something that and there are a lot of breweries that are making things that are super rare, that are hard to find, one-offs and things like that. But for the main part of this is you can, like Sloop Juice Bomb, great beer, always available. There's beers that are just really consistent beers that are always available. And the craft beer world has changed so much in the last 20 years that a lot of more breweries are out there. I don't even know how many. There's 6,000 breweries in the country, some insane number like that. I mean, literally in 1979, there were 40 breweries in America. 40 breweries in 1979. Now there's well over 6,000. So you can see. So if just drop a comment, folks, if you're tuning in live, hashtag live or hashtag replay. If you're a craft beer fan, drop a comment as well. I see Joel's in and William's in. Hello, guys. How's it going? William's in New Mexico. Joel's in Arizona. So they're a couple hours earlier. This is my second Facebook Live of the day. So our beer list, which is this list right here, there's all those long descriptions on there. Because a lot of these beers have a lot to describe. Because they're amazing beers. They're super rare, amazing beers. So we are doing Christmas in July this Monday, July 12th. We're doing Christmas in July beer dinner. I just wanted to present the beers that we're serving on the beer dinner this Monday night. It's $29 per person with one dish. It is a bargain, folks. $29 in one dish is a bargain, especially for the beers that we're going to have. So craft breweries always do special releases. They do seasonal special releases. But at Christmas time, at the holiday time, a lot of them really go overboard and make these really great celebration beers, these amazing celebration beers. And not all beer is ageable. Like not all wine is ageable. Like 95% of wine is going to be consumed young. Consume it and go buy another bottle, give the winery more money. Same thing with beer. A lot of beer is meant to be consumed fresh and young. Certain beers, very certain beers, are ageable. A small fraction, a small percentage of beers are ageable, where they have higher alcohol. They're barrel aged. There's something to that beer that. Joel saying, will Santa be there? That's funny, Joel. That's a good idea, though. Santa will be here. It's a really good idea. So there's a small percentage of beers that will totally age. In fact, some beers that we have here aging say, it's good for, it literally says good for the next 25 years from the date of production. Literally the beers say that on there. So some beers do age very, very, very well. So all right, now Christmas beers, holiday beers. This is the lineup that's coming up. Headless Heron from Central Waters. 2016 Headless Heron. It's not per se a Christmas beer, but it is a holiday beer. It comes out around Thanksgiving. This beer hasn't been made in 2 or 3 years. They do not make this beer anymore. This is a 2016. I got 4 bottles of this left, the Headless Heron. This is a barrel-aged pumpkin spice beer. We used to have it on draft too. I wish I had a keg that I could tap of that. All right, so Mad Elf Grand Cru. This is a cherry infused strong ale. This is their Grand Cru, which is the next step up from their Mad Elf. This is a 2017 vintage of the Mad Elf Grand Cru from Trogs. I think they still make this one once a year. Mad Elf has been very, very popular over and over. High alcohol, cherry infused strong ale that's like 12%. It's amazing. All right. Course and Dunk, one of the oldest breweries in the world. It dates back to like 1073 or something. It's 1,000 years old almost, this brewery. So Course and Dunk. This is their 2008 Christmas Ale. 2008 Christmas Ale from Course and Dunk. Course and Dunk is one of those classic traditional abbey brewers, monastery breweries from Belgium. Very, very, very famous brewery. There's been a brewery there. A little bit of brewery on this site for 1,000 years. So that's Course and Dunk. Or something like that. Maybe I got my facts wrong. I don't know. But it's a very old brewery. Now, that's a 2008, by the way. 2008. So that is 11, 12 years old, right? 11 years old, right? No, lower than that. 2008. 13 years old. 13 years old. So here is a very rare beer that's only made once a year. It's aged for 9 months before it's bottled. And that is the Semi-Klaus. Semi-Klaus, however you want to pronounce it. The world's most extraordinary malt liquor is what it says. It's 14%. 14%. So William's saying IPAs too. Yeah. So IPAs, there's two thought processes on IPAs. IPAs can age, but they lose their hops. Their hops are very volatile. The oils, the esters in there are very volatile. They'll dissipate out, and you won't get the fresh hops. But hops are initially a preservative, which is why they would put hops in beer to send pale ales to India. Thus, India Pale Ale. So, but the hops actually help as a preservative and help will age the beer, but it's just not going to taste the same. Some people don't mind IPAs that are aged, and some people that are drinking IPAs, a lot of people want the fresh hops, those fresh esters, all those fresh flavors, those delicate flavors. They want that in there, so they are going to not age their IPAs. But if you get hold of an IPA that's aged, a really good IPA, you're in for a treat. So, all right, so those are the four beers. It's only $29 this dinner. It's just $29, which is a bargain. I was having dilemmas here. I was having dilemmas here. There's an amazing, amazing beer that I have right here that I have 2 bottles left. 2010 Stolichnaya. If you know beer, if you're a beer geek, you know this beer. This is on our beer list for like $70. And if we were doing $29, this is not in the budget for that. All these other beers cost $30, $40 a beer. The Semi-Klaus is like $18 a beer for the small beer. So all the other beers are expensive, but this is $70 for this beer. 2010 Stolichnaya. This beer is like one of my favorite all-time beers. I guess maybe we can do a surcharge and maybe open up this if people are interested. That is like an amazing. All these beers are awesome, and super rare. But the Stolichnaya is just the next step up. 2010 vintage. I have 2 bottles of that left. I think 2 bottles left. And if I don't sell it, I'm gonna drink it because it's like amazing beer. But that's the story, folks. This Monday, July 12th. 6:30 p.m. It is $29. You get 4 beers. These 4 beers. Course and Dunk, 2008 Christmas Ale. Semi-Klaus, 2014. 2017 Trogs Grand Reserve Mad Elf. And the Headless Heron, the Barrel Aged 2016, which they don't even make. This beer is not even made anymore. Central Waters has not made this beer. It's a barrel aged pumpkin spice beer. These 4 holiday beers, if you know a craft beer fan, tag them in here. If you want to learn more about these beers, suggest coming into this dinner. It's $29. There's nowhere you can go for dinner to get 4 beers and a dish for $29. That just doesn't exist. We do this because we did this during COVID. We lowered our prices, and I just wanted to move product and move volume. So I'm not sure what the dish is. It's probably gonna be pork something. If you have a dietary allergy, let us know. But I'm probably gonna do something with pork. Not quite sure yet, but I'm thinking something with pork. Some kind of Christmassy pork dish. So that's it. Of course, Christmas in July is celebrated worldwide, especially in the Southern Hemisphere, because our Christmas in December is their summer. So a lot of families get together in the South and do a traditional, in the Southern Hemisphere, and do a traditional Christmas when it's colder, and they do ski trips and things like that. We're actually going to send an email out soon here in the next hour that talks a little bit more about the history of Christmas in July and where it's celebrated and things like that. So it's a little fun fact email that's coming out here in the next hour. It'll be sent out, just waiting for the final proof on that, so I don't misspell any words, because that happens sometimes, and I am human, so we do misspell. Of course, that's a joke, misspell. But we do misspell things, we do things, so we have to proofread it and reproofread it, and we still make mistakes. But the email's ready to come out. That'll be out announcing the dinner as well. So 4 amazing beers, 1 dish, $29. And I can guarantee you're not going to walk into a restaurant and be able to grab a 2008 Course and Dunk. I mean, our beer list is like our wine list. It is so super packed with amazing vintage beers that these beers are just, they're not possible to really go into a restaurant and find that many rare beers. So that's the story, folks. This Monday, join us, $29. And got a lot of people commenting. Sorry, I haven't seen everybody's comments here. William's saying, what temperature do you store your beer? You know, beer should be stored like wine. It should be stored, 60 degrees, 62 degrees, cellar temperature, constant cellar temperature. You could put it in the refrigerator, but if you're doing long-term aging, cellar's the best. Heidi's saying we have a bottle of that, the Elf. Yeah, the Elf is really an awesome beer. I kind of like the regular Mad Elf better, but the Grand Cru was supposed to be their step up. Really an amazing beer, but I don't think it's that. Not that I say that I like the other one better or the other one's better. I'm just used to drinking the Mad Elf, the regular Mad Elf, for many years. So we get a keg of it every year. So I'm just used to that. And then, so this is just a little different because of the aging process. And this is actually a non-pasteurized beer. I believe it's live still. So it's just continues to transform in the bottle, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look. It's 11% alcohol. But it is bottle fermented, I believe. Bottle conditioned. Yeah, it says bottle conditioned right on there. Bottle conditioned, just like champagne is bottle conditioned. All the magic happens in the bottle. All right, folks, that's it. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Stay dry this weekend, because it is like a monsoon out there. All right, talk to everybody later.